Hi, this is Joseph Mattera. We're talking about the Jesus Principles. This book that was released October 1st, 2019 is about how you can lead a life that even death can't stop. And this book came out in such a timely way because right now God is focusing the body of Christ on going from event-driven and program-driven to process-driven, how we should go from being convert-based crowd mega churches that don't shift culture to the explosive disciple-making movement, the DMM, that we see in places like Iran, China, and parts of India. And God is now beginning to highlight that all over the United States and North America. So far, we've dealt with how Jesus processed people in the context of the church. He said, "Follow me, and I'll make you to become." He saw what they were going to be in the future. He said they were going to become fishers of men. He changed their identity. That's part 3. Part 4, we saw how he was personal with his disciples. Part 5, we saw how he modeled leadership. Part 6, we saw how he properly placed his disciples. Part 7, how he shared his power with them. Part 8, how he delegated responsibility to them. Part 9, how he had purposeful friendships based on the kingdom, not just meaningless fellowships. Part 10, he taught them how to work through a team. Part 11, how he was secure in himself, which was how he was able to release them to greatness. Part 12, how he knew his mission and articulated it. Now in part 13, we talk about how he exposed his disciples to conflict, shared his pain. We see that in the Last Supper and in the Garden of Gethsemane. He says during the Last Supper, he told his disciples, "You are those who have stayed with me in my trials, and I assign to you, as my Father assigned to me, a kingdom, that you may eat and drink at my table in the kingdom and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel." And so he was able to share intimately with his disciples what he was going through. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he said that he was in sorrow that was even to the point of death. And it tells us in Hebrews 5 that he had drops of blood protruding out of his blood vessels that were on his face because he prayed so intensely. He was under such pain. And he had his 3 prominent disciples exposed to the Garden of Gethsemane as he asked them to pray with him. And so he shared his pain with those he was intimate with. And if we're not transparent and share our pain with those that we are pouring into, they won't understand our humanity, they won't buy into what we're doing, and there won't be a level of trust developed. The more we share our pain, the more intimate we are, the more transparent, the greater the level of trust we will develop between those we are pouring into and the team, and as well as towards us. And it will become a mutual environment of trust that will release loyalty, greatness, and synergy like we've never seen before. So I pray that you would begin to walk not only in integrity, but in transparency, sharing your pain, bringing people into the depths of your journey so that you can walk in the Jesus Principles. This is Joseph Mattera signing off. Next week, or next time we get together, it'll be the 14th point. It may not be a week from now, but it may be in the next hour or so, depending on when you're seeing this. But point 14 is we're going to see how he was able to sense what the future held for his disciples and how that's also part of walking in the Jesus Principles. This is Joseph Mattera signing off until next time. God bless you.